Hello beautiful people and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how I go from this to this as I share with you my everyday comfort makeup. This is the makeup look I go to when I don't feel like doing my makeup at all. I feel a little rough around the edges, but I need a little pick-me-up. I don't need to wear makeup every day, and I surely don't wear makeup every day, but there's just certain times when I know that a little something will just help boost my spirit, make me feel a little bit more confident, more motivated to take on my day, and this is one of those days for me. I am not feeling my best. The last thing that I want to do is put makeup on my face. I have some comfort makeup products that just always make me feel good. In this video, I'm also going to share with you how to successfully camouflage any blemishes that you might have. Where this blemish is very visible, and this can be very tricky when it comes to makeup because you don't want it to look cakey, but you also want to conceal it in a great way that's really flawless and really easy. Without further ado, let's get this started. I really feel like the life is being sucked out of me lately. I mean, I am growing another human, so that's why I look so rough. This probably is because I went to Disneyland and ate a ton of things that I usually never eat. I'm gonna take care of that. We already have a skincare base on. I've had to give my skin a little extra love, so we did a little extra treatment this morning with some niacinamide serum from The Ordinary. It's starting to go away. It was really bad yesterday. It was like super inflamed. I'm drinking more water and trying to keep up with that to help it go down, which is also a really good tip if you want to decrease the look of your blemishes. Lots of water, flush it out. That step is done. Now we're going into the makeup. I'm gonna go in with my favorite comfort makeup product, the Starry... How can it be my favorite if I don't remember it every single time? It's the Say Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow. This stuff is amazing. Immediately makes me feel illuminated and bright and pretty. Today, we're just using it as like a primer, so to speak, to just help give my skin a little bit more illumination. It's very hydrating too for the skin, so although I have my serum and my moisturizer, this just adds a little something else. Already gives like a very filter effect, so I look a lot more put together than I did just a few seconds ago. Amazing product. I love this formula. It's a clean beauty product too. I've got some of you guys on this. It's worth every penny. I have a new color that I've actually been liking. It's called the Rose Glow, but I didn't want to do any rosy because I'm trying to cancel out the redness in my face and not bring attention to it. So that's another tip. Make sure you're using products that don't enhance redness but kind of neutralize your redness. So that's why I went with Star Glow instead of the Rose Glow, which is also a new favorite of mine. Now I'm going to go in with eyebrow makeup because one thing you want to focus on, especially if you're trying to cancel out blemishes or you just want to feel better, is focusing on your prominent features. The eyebrow product I'm using right now is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I'm in the color 4.5. I go between 4.5, 5, and even 6. It's just depending on my mood. I feel like the product is very blendable, so it's not too much of an issue which color you get. I'm gonna bring you in closer because I realize you're far. Just gonna do a light fill in today. Nothing serious. We're not gonna take too long on this because I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this at all. Like, I'm even shocked that I'm doing this and not just doing an eyebrow gel, but to be honest with you right now, I'm getting really irritated with my eyebrow gels lately, so I've been taking a break from eyebrow gels. Tinted eyebrow gels. Not the clear eyebrow gels. I like the clear ones, but the tinted ones are just, I don't know, they're being really testy. Like, they get really patchy when I put them on. That's all the love that I'm gonna give to my eyebrows when it comes to filling them in. I'm going to take the Kosas Air Brow Gel. This is the clear brow gel that they have, and I'm just gonna press them up so that everything stays in place. I don't want to put that makeup on and it slide off my face. We need to have that staying right where it is. I have two comfort concealers. All right, one is from Fenty Beauty. I love her hydrating long wear concealer. It's incredibly hydrating, great coverage, but I'm not going to use it today only because I'm having issues right underneath my eye. I want things to be a lot more matte, but typically if I'm not going through this, I will use the hydrating concealer because it's my friend, my best friend. I love her. She's amazing. So because of that, I'm using another comfort concealer that I have. It's a little bit more high end, but it works at really concealing and making sure everything is... This is the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Concealer. I'm in the shade 6. I'm gonna put this under here. This is usually where I like to focus my concealer. I'm gonna avoid my blemish spots right now and just go for the normal areas that I typically like to conceal first. The nose, bring attention to that. Over here, gonna go up here, then go up here, and then I'm gonna go up here, and I'm also gonna outline the brows so that we can perfect that and make that look good. I'm gonna take my Sigma flat definer brush. This is the E15 brush. I'm gonna define my brows out a little bit before the concealer dries. You have to move very quickly with this concealer, I will say, because it does dry pretty fast. A lot quicker than the Fenty. I'm gonna go ahead and take a brush for the rest of this application. I wanna be very precise with the movements here, and I don't want to use a beauty blender because it will be a little bit too far into the blemish area that I want to keep clear so that we can properly conceal it. I'm going to take this concealer brush, didn't tell you what it is, the F72 soft angled concealer brush from Sigma. This is a beautiful concealer brush. It does so nicely. So you can see right there, I mean, the concealer definitely helps, but this brush really is so stunning. Look at that. That was like 2 seconds too. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side, and I'm gonna be very careful of that blemish area because I don't wanna pack too much product. Blend, blend, blend here, and we are all set with that. And take the same concealer. We're gonna actually dot it on our hands first because this is also another thing you do not wanna be doing because you will just contaminate your brushes and contaminate your makeup. You'll contaminate everything else if you use your applicators and put it on your blemishes. Always do things with your fingers. You wash your hands after, you have a wipe after. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that concealer, and we're gonna apply this on my hand, a good amount, so that I can actually like pick it up. I'm gonna take my middle finger. That's not my middle finger, my ring finger. I'm gonna take that product here, and we're gonna tap it and work it in to the skin, almost like the consistency of how you would use your beauty blender. Just like that. It's gonna give it a natural finish. Look at how it blended in really easily. Sometimes I've seen people do color correcting, and that can work too, but I feel like if you have a really good concealer, you don't need to color correct. You just need to do exactly what I just did. I like to blend it up. I'm gonna take my little Micellar Burt's Bees wipes to wash my hands, rinse my hands. If I had access to a sink right now, I'd probably just wash my hands because that's better. Then we're gonna go into the next step, which can kind of be controversial for some, but for me, this just works, okay? When I first tried this, it kind of shocked me because I do not like pressed powders. You guys see my videos, I don't use pressed powders very often. Charlotte Tilbury came out with a pressed powder that I never tried until I went on their campaign and I filmed with them, and their makeup artist used the pressed powder on me, and I was so surprised with how effortless and clean it looked. It didn't look cakey, it didn't feel cakey. Of course, naturally I had to get it. This one is their Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Micro Powder. I'm in the color 1, it's fair. I have a couple of other shades, but this one has to be my favorite because I feel like it gives you the brightening effect, which is great. So I'm just gonna take my middle finger again after I rinsed it, and we're just gonna go in slightly here. And again, this product is so nice. It doesn't leave that cakey finish. It looks really, really, really good. After I've taken care of the blemish area, I'm gonna take a little tiny brush and we're going to unify the look because you don't wanna have powder in one area and nowhere else on your face because it'll look strange. So to blend this all out, I'm just gonna take a little brush. This is a blending brush from Dibs. You can use any blending brush, and I'm just gonna lightly pack this powder underneath my eye area, again, avoiding the blemish so I don't contaminate. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cover all these other areas right here that I did, and here. If you came up to me and say you see a blemish, I'd be like, blemish where? Going on to bronzer. I'm gonna use the Say bronzer. This is the Dew Bronze in the color Swim. This is really good, especially if I'm trying to only focus on a certain area to bronze. Because another tip, when you are dealing with prominent blemishes that you're trying to conceal, you do not want to draw any attention to the blemishes by putting makeup like bronzer really close to it or on top of it. Just gonna apply here, avoiding my area where I have my blemish, but emphasizing the areas where I don't have my blemish. I'm actually also gonna put this on my eyes because more attention to the eyes is always better when it comes to camouflaging a blemish. And I'm gonna take my small beauty blender and blend this out. So blendable and so beautiful, this makeup product, this bronzer. It adds the perfect warmth. I'm gonna go ahead and come up here, come up there, blend that out. Go over to the eyes, blend that up. Make sure you blend that up, not down, to lift the eyes, not make them sad. And then go over to the nose area and blend this out. Just a small little nose contour that always makes me feel better whenever I'm feeling a little down. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out, just the nose area, with a stipple brush. This one is from Sigma. It's the F53 brush. You guys know how much I love my Sigma brushes. They're just the best. Non-debatable. Gonna just lightly blend the areas that I bronzed, and then we're gonna add blush. I'm going for a matte blush. Anything on top of the face after you've already concealed your blemish, you want to avoid any kind of highlight, any kind of shimmery. You want to stick with more mattes. This is gonna be a little tricky for me because my blemish is kind of right where I would put my blush. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Pillow Talk. This is one of my favorite blushes. It's not my favorite colors because I usually don't go for matte, but it is still comfort blush for me. It's the Pillow Talk blush, matte beauty blush one from Charlotte Tilbury. We're gonna really focus it just really high up on the cheeks because I have my blemish right there, which you can't even see it now because of the makeup that I covered. But I can tell you what, if I were to apply this blush over down here, it would draw attention to it. I'm gonna take the Hourglass 15 brush, or you can just use a stipple brush like the one that I used from Sigma, that's fine. It's just a little bit smaller for more control for me right now. I'm going to use it upward as we blend this matte blush. Just kind of dabbing and moving upward to still give me that blush effect without compromising. And we're gonna do it over here, again, avoiding my area with my blemish, going underneath it, because I'm going right underneath it, to add that fullness of the blush. I'm gonna head over to my nose and kind of finish that out. Brought attention away from the middle of my face, but up here, which is exactly what I wanted to do, especially because my blemish is so prominent right there. We are done with the face makeup. Let's move into eyes. That is the last part that we're doing. My favorite comfort trick to make my eyes feel pretty is taking a small shader brush. This one's from MAC. It's the 165S brush. And I'm also going to take my Smashbox palette. This is the palette Cozy Vibes. They have a really beautiful brown color. This is a great fall palette, by the way. I have a pretty brown color that I'm going to take and I'm going to put right underneath my waterline, kind of blending in with the lashes. If you like to do this but you feel like the dark color is too dark, just go lighter. You could even go all the way up to this light of a color, even this light of a color. It still will give you the same effect if you're afraid of looking like a raccoon. Blend it out with my fingers to kind of give it a soft look. Then I'm going to go in with my favorite comfort mascara from Ilia Beauty. It's a clean beauty mascara. It is very lightweight, but it also really like pushes the lashes up. It does me really well. I love the brush that they have on this thing. That's my biggest thing. I love the Ilia brush. I am actually gonna leave my bottom lashes untouched by mascara just because typically on days that I don't feel like doing my makeup, I won't put on bottom mascara. It's too much effort, which you'd think all this other stuff is a lot of effort. No, like that is just, that puts me over the edge. I can't do that. Finally, I'm going to put on a little lip product. This is actually very moisturizing. My lips feel really dry right now, and they will continue to feel dry as we get more into fall and winter. This is the Kosas 100 Degrees Lip Balm. I can't even call it a lipstick. It's more like a chapstick almost. It feels like a chapstick consistency. It's a really pretty shade. Look at this. Really hydrating. And it's usually a go-to for me when I don't feel like wearing lipstick, but I want to like hydrate my lips. So that is it, my friends. That is my everyday comfort makeup look. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is realistic for you? Can you do this? If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos like this. I just want to say a special thank you for all the really kind comments that I've been receiving lately about how much that I've been helping you in your makeup journey. It means so much to me. I know sometimes I'm not able to respond to all the comments, but I try, and I just want you to know that I'm looking at them. I appreciate them. You help me keep going, like literally. It's why I'm still here doing this. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.